For this project, you'll need a metal crutch, a Dremel tool, paracord, steel rod, metal springs, a small metal hinge, electrical tape, and a lighter. The first part of this project is removing the extension rail from the crutch. I did this by using a drill tool to drill out the two rivets that hold it in place, and then basically just tap them out with a screwdriver or whatever tool. This is the handle to the mechanism. Basically, all I did was take a cut portion of the extension rod, 5 spaces long, and secured it using paracord. I just wrapped this around twice with equal lengths on each side, and then once again I went around on opposite sides, putting each end through the hole, and then tied a knot at the end, which works as the safety, because this can go over the top and prevent the projectile from launching accidentally. For the trigger, basically what I have is some more paracord, and I just melted the two ends together and used some electrical tape to make a nice snug fit. The last part to this project is the projectile itself. I haven't figured out how to get a knife in there yet. I don't really know if I want to because it's pretty dangerous, but basically what you have to do is I took a drill and drilled on each side, try and make them as parallel as possible, and that, if you can see down in there, is the stopper where it prevents the springs from going any further. So basically you just want to super glue that in there, however, and then right here is the button that you use to fire. You put it into the launching handle, and then it clicks into one of the holes, and you push it down using the trigger to release it. So I just put, really simple, just a piece of cardboard or whatever to prevent the other rivet from going through this hole. After all of your parts are built, you'll need to take your 4 springs. Your last one has to be cut down a bit to allow everything to fit in perfectly. So you load the smallest one first with the short end down, and then just load everything else up. Add this portion, and then you'll want to use a flat surface to make sure that whenever you're forcing the projectile into the handle, that you're not gonna lose any stability. So you just push down, it snaps into place. So I add a little bit of red foam. It has a sticky side to kind of show that's whenever it's loaded and kind of armed. This is just kind of the carrying position, and I'll show you guys in a second what this thing can do. Here's the first test fire. All I have to do is press down on the red pad here, which is going to push down on the button. And there's also, I'm trying this with the second switch also, which is kind of like a safety. So with my pointer finger, I'm pressing down on the first button, and then on the second, and I'm just going to aim and shoot. Here's a close-up of that first shot. You can see that the projectile basically jammed itself into the cardboard as far as it could, but then the two metal prongs inside kept it from penetrating any farther. Here's another attempt. This time I took the cardboard that's holding the second safety pin from coming through, and I just basically put a blow dart needle, like I said. So we'll see if it sticks. I don't think it's gonna fly straight. Yeah. So basically that's not gonna work. I think the reason is just the weight, but it's a cool concept. The next one I'm gonna do is a distance. This is a distance of probably less than 30 feet, maybe like 25, 26. I'm gonna see if I can hit it. This is what the last shot I did from the 26-foot range did. It still was able to pierce the cardboard box, and it's actually similar to the 10-foot range, which is pretty impressive, I think.